This is my second transplant that I've had. The first one I flew all the way to Turkey. However, I'd like to tell you a couple of the differences that I had between each one. On the first trip, I traveled to Turkey. As you can imagine, you have to fly out of LAX. That's a 13-hour flight. If you get it last minute like I did, you're sitting in coach. And sitting in coach is pretty uncomfortable. As soon as I got here, I got to a hospital, an actual hospital, which like Turkey was the same. However, you didn't stay in the hospital in Turkey. They paid for your accommodations at a local hotel, so there's more transportation going back and forth. After I got here, the check-in process was very similar to the experience that I had before. They look at you under a microscope, they take a look at your hair count, they give you some recommendations, and then the procedure starts. I can tell you I've had no pain. I know it's only been less than 24 hours, but this process has been a lot better than Turkey, and I really liked Turkey. It was really good. However, this experience far supersedes the experience that I had in Turkey. And I can only imagine, even if you lived in Florida, Minnesota, New York, Arizona, it would be easier to fly into San Diego Airport where they can pick you up and bring you across. It's a lot less time, it's a lot more comfortable. I thought that this is way, way better.
And then you start looking, where do I go to get this done? Everybody think, you go to Turkey, you go to wherever. Well, what about going to Mexico? So I found the TJ Hair Clinic, and here's the actual doctor. And that was sort of the clincher for me. Plus it was affordable. Picked me up in the border, parked my car across the border, took me over here, and it was nice.
I never thought that I would come and expose kind of a personal ordeal that I had, but my experience was so incredible and so fantastic, and I have so many people wondering and researching, if they're experiencing hair loss as a man. It's something kind of important to us, on what options we have. So this is nothing paid, this is nothing that they even asked for. My experience was so good, I asked them if I could provide a testimonial because, I'm here, I live in Southern California, and our appearance and hair loss as we get older as men is so important to us. And I explored and researched tons of different options on, what I could do for my hair to kind of stay young and feel young. I still have young kids. And so I conducted a lot of research between Turkey and seeing the explosion and the high quality care that they have here right down the border in Tijuana. Like I literally drove in 2 hours. So the reason why I started this and asked them if I could do this is that I looked at a lot of what my friends and family who went to Turkey did, and I looked at the incredible job they did today. It's so impeccable. The facilities were just state-of-the-art. The safety was so incredible. You pull in and you get a beautiful shuttle, and from the second they take you, they care for you every single inch of the way. They answer all the questions you have. They provide all the information, all the medicine. They go through and you get to sit with them and really discuss how you want to look, what you want to look like. I never felt pressured for sales or sale upgrades or always trying to do something. I never felt for a second that something was happening that I should have known about. Like, it wasn't about money. Like, money always seemed secondary to them. It was the care, it was the team. Then they conduct the surgery, they provide you all the medicine that you need, all the stem therapy that you need. They have IVs on some of the items that I didn't do that provide all kind of incredible wellness and well-being. So the question is going to be Turkey or right here at home, south border. I felt that the doctors were incredible. And the question in Turkey is are you getting doctors or are you getting a bunch of helpers who are actually doing the work? And for me, I had the doctors there. Now, some of these helpers were incredible. The speed, the accuracy, the way they touched and handled me. And then you stay at their facilities, looks like a 4-star hotel. I had all the amenities I want, full shower, full treatment, 3 incredible meals. They were there at every second step of the way. The most important, look at the quality, no swelling. These are hours after my surgery, and I'm ready to go party. I mean, it was an incredible. If you're really thinking about is the cost to travel to Turkey, to a foreign country, to a place you don't know, the expenses, the money, or coming here, stay, park your car in San Diego, and come back home the next day, it's incredible. And the pricing, it's cost me way less to do it here.
So just so you know, you don't have to go to a far off country to get a great experience. You can come as close as somewhere as Mexico, and even better, Tijuana, which is essentially San Diego. It's right across the border.